Freud once wrote that the human being has had 3 devastating, crushing blows to its ego. And the first one was when Copernicus was telling the world tentatively that we weren't the centre of the universe. And of course he was threatened with his life. And then Galileo did the same thing about 100 years later, and he was put under house arrest for blaspheming and speaking what some people knew to be some sort of a truth at that time, over and above the nonsense what was written in the Bible. Now, the second crushing blow was when most people kind of like realised that there was no God, or they came to the conclusion that there was no God. There was no evidence for God in the biblical sense, you know. Of course, there is evidence for something that we call God. I mean, it's all around you. I mean, you are God, but you know, the 4,000 religions which speak about God being out there or somewhere else and having certain attributes, well, by the time science started to get in to full swing, most people didn't have a cognitive allegiance with biblical scriptures. So that was the second crushing blow to the ego, to the so-called self. And the third is when we realised through psychoanalysis that we weren't even masters in our own homes. That's a metaphor for saying we aren't even master within our own body, because when we say we used to be maybe considered to be the self, the what is the self? It's the I, or what do people consider the I was? Well, where does the I come from? It comes from the ego on this superficial level. And so by the time then psychoanalysts could discern that the ego wasn't even the driver of this machine, it was in actual fact the unconscious that was the invisible driver. And so that was the third crushing blow to human ego. Now, can you imagine what Freud would say now about the world when looking at the NPCs and looking at the AI robots, and what would he be saying in relation to how the human ego will be feeling now? Because obviously when we look at AI, the ego is, of course, if there's a little bit of intelligence in this, any particular ego, it's going to be afraid of its demise, because that's what the ego does. The ego is a fear-producing program which prevents the early demise of the body, because it makes it afraid of doing stupid things, dangerous things, and things that it's not sure about. It will, for instance, unlike a robot will just commence to climb a mountain if it's been programmed to do so, and it won't have any fear at all. But even if we've been taught to climb a mountain, then we're always going to have a fear, and that fear is often the very thing that's going to make us fall, because it makes our knees wobble and it creates insecurity in us, doesn't it? AI doesn't have that insecurity, and so therefore you see AI has massively got the edge, if only for that reason. Now here is a video about the advancements, the largest world robot conference in China. I've not watched this. Let's see what they say.
World Robotics Conference in China. We put together all the highlights, and right now we literally take a peek into the future. A future where robots clean our homes, do sports and service in cafes, movie theaters, and stores.
Bye-bye, chicken packers.
This is a gynoid, a female android from Shanghai Qingbao engine robot. Its realistic and futuristic design really turned heads at the conference this year. The company, only 3 years old, claims to specialize in key technologies such as cloud-based brains, servo drives, motion control, autonomous navigation systems, facial and micro-expression recognition, as well as communication powered by large language models. Qingbao robots are already actively used in airports, shopping malls, universities, hospitals, and hotels. Perhaps the most fascinating industry where Qingbao has succeeded is live streaming product sales. Something that is
Well, one thing you can say about these models, and of course these models, because they're early on in this 30-minute video, are the worst of the worst. But even they're better looking, they're slimmer, and the chances are they've got finer human attributes than the vast majority of humanoids that you're going to be meeting. So we're on a winner already, aren't we?
Popular in China today. Kind of like Shopping Channel, but with a robot and online. In fact, digital personas and robots often outsell human presenters. But wait, there's more. Some of the company's robots are actually being used as monks in temples in India, tirelessly delivering sermons. What's next? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Digital China technology once again wowed the audience with humanoid robots that looked almost alive. Realistic faces, facial expressions, movements, everything came together to create the impression that you weren't looking at a machine, but a person who could smile, make eye contact, and even dance. Although the company officially states that its mission is artificial intelligence for everyone, what really makes Digital China stand out today is its ability to create robots with a quote-unquote human face. The company's portfolio, though, is versatile. It has humanoids...
Now, as we don't have so much time to watch this all the way through, you can watch it yourself. I'm going to skip through so we can see the advancements and get to where we really are.
Exton. These technologies are bringing robots closer to becoming actually useful. Another striking booth at the exhibition, this time from Jiangsu Yunmu Intelligent Manufacturing Technology. Founded only 4 years ago, the company focuses on research and technologies for general-purpose intelligent humanoid robots. According to the company, Jiangsu Yunmu has independently designed its own humanoid robots, their operating system, as well as systems for emotion recognition and environmental perception. The robots are also integrated with large language models, most likely developed in China as well, although we couldn't verify that as of yet. But the most impressive fact is that the company has already created 8 different types of robot models. All of them are currently in pilot-scale, small batch production. On to Guangzhou Automobile Group.
Let's go right up to the top, shall we? Let's stop messing around with these.
Little Giant Enterprise and also a Gazelle company, meaning a high-growth, fast-scaling business. Guangxing builds robots that go where humans can't, or actually shouldn't. Firefighting robots that enter buildings instead of rescuers. Assaults. And if you didn't know yet, we'll tell you, a lot of buzz went into AI Squared Robotics, founded just 2 years ago by AI veteran Guo Yandong, formerly with Xpeng Motors and Oppo. The startup has already become a major player in China's embodied intelligence scene. Their AlphaBot humanoid runs on a neuro-inspired alpha brain, able to perceive space. Obviously up for debate, since Iron Arnold didn't get that name for nothing. The machine, and this is not a reference to Bert Kreischer, sees, hears, and analyzes the world through a set of sensors and makes decisions in real time. The company promises to launch it on December 24th at the Mecha King Tournament from Nigh, a sports event that is vying for more glory than Unitree's boxing matches. Also at EngineAI's booth, we got the PM01 humanoid robot for you, which has been patrolling Shenzhen in police uniform for quite some time now. Developers claim accuracy,
bye-bye, Pink Ape.
complex environments.
It's all over for you.
Can't skip Lynx Dynamics, can we now? One of the most exciting startups at WRC this year. Their bipedal robots are some of the most kicked around bots at the show.
Let's have a look at a few of the
street have Lynx engineers
the shorts. So shall we? Now, when we look at some of the shorts, it's kind of like, well, you know, which ones of these are AI generated, which ones are real? But you know, I think it's the same thing at the end of the day, because if they can do all this AI generation and it deceives us whether it's real or or not? Well, they've already got the capacity for this level of deception, so we won't be able to discern between any so-called real humans, and so we're fucked to begin with. So humanoids, robots in factories. Let's have a look. So we have that one. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, that looks useful. You see, you have shit like this. Obviously that was real, and that's AI shit. But where's it taking us, people? Well, I'd much rather have her in my local supermarket than the fat bitches that are there presently. Oh my god, I'd fucking get a number. Ooh. Somebody upset that fella. Look at that dude. Oh my god, funny. What the fuck? Let's just go back to the robots. You can see you can very easily get lost in this shit. Okay, humanoid robots. Let's have a look then. What's this one saying? Now, as far as it's all AI generated, but they're humans, and then it's got this silly shit going on. But the fact of it is, people, robots are taking over the world. And this factory is almost entirely operated with robots in China. And let's just have a look at what this one says. I bought a humanoid robot in China.
Like it was held in E-Town, which is where we are now. As well.
Let's go up here.
A powered companion pet is designed for companionship and entertainment, and these are marketed as a low maintenance alternative to pets.
People, when you've got something like that as a pet, you know you've entered into a completely different dimension. You seriously, you entered into the DMT world.
Okay, hey, sweetheart.
And providing basic information. There are also educational robots. These are great for students, as they can assist in various subjects.
Well, we could do this all day, but let's just do one more. Let's just do one more, shall we? Okay, these ones are interesting. RoboCop. Yeah. You see, they make all this CGI stuff. And, you know, we're not going to be able to know which is the whichness of things, are we? Are chicken packers going to have any value, though? That's my question. Let's see the end product, shall we? Yep. We're entering into the twilight zone, people. What are these robots? War robots and shit.
Robots are advancing rapidly, learning new skills, starting to work autonomously, and approaching mass production. There's incredible potential from giving people back their mobility to autonomously assembling habitats on the moon.
Oh, really? They're going to all those all those lengths just to give some fat dumbass the ability to walk again? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Both sides are racing to build huge fleets of robots. OpenAI has partnered with the Pentagon and the defence firm behind all this.
Yeah. Anyway, look, people, you can do all that yourselves. You can watch this stuff for hours and hours and hours. And if you are an NPC, then you will see that their skills vastly outweigh yours. And so you'll have to know that it's only a matter of weeks, months, years at the most. You are obsolete. And when you are obsolete, well, what's the world going to do with you? You see, with all this speak about, AI is taking all the jobs and going to be robots all over the place. Well, what are the NPCs going to be doing when there is millions of them in every country all over the world? What are they going to be doing with their leisure time? Just getting fatter, just consuming more chips and burgers and cream cakes and all that sort of thing? Are they going to be doing anything useful to the world? Are they going to be enjoying life? I don't think they know how to enjoy life. I don't see people enjoying life now. They go to the gym and they look miserable as fuck in the gym because the whole psyche of society isn't really an acceptance of fat, lazy folks, and so some people have a bit of a conscience, and mostly the people I see in the gym have been instructed there by their doctors, and they're just like, just wasting air, really, just wasting air. And so, yeah, what are they going to do? There isn't any super big, wonderful parks being built. There's no leisure centres being built. There's no huge cinema complexes being built over and above those that really are just being built regularly, because cinema is kind of like a thing of the past in any case, isn't it? So what are the NPCs going to do? What are you gonna do? Come on, you're NPCs, 98% of you. What are you gonna do? What do you think about this? Do you think about anything? Are you a little bit worried? What are you gonna do when you've been a chicken packer for 30, 40 years and we don't need chickens packed anymore? What are you gonna do? Are you shitting yourselves? Are you starting to case out the city for the tallest buildings with easy access to the roofs? What are you gonna do? You can tell me.